What is going on? There is a community called Daru Jama. This Daru Jama is in the Bama local government area of Borno State. Now, this territory, Daru Jama, was under Boko Haram before and is still under Boko Haram. So, what happened? The Boko Haram, chased out people from there and they took control over the place since 2016. And now, the state government said these people are tired of staying in IDP, let them return to their homes. They hire contractors, they pay, they started rebuilding the houses. Boko Haram said, no, here is not Nigeria. Borno State too. Boko Haram said, here is not Nigeria. Here is our territory. You know what Boko Haram did? They killed the soldiers, they killed the residents, about 60 of them, the few people who came there. And Nigeria is keeping quiet. This is Sunday morning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody have what they believe in their mind. But as far as I'm concerned, you see, Nigeria is garbage in, garbage out. Nigeria is one of, I don't know the adjective I will use to qualify the kind of country Nigeria is. Every now and then, people are crying, people are dying, but it seems that nobody cares. Now, 60 persons just died yesterday. 60 persons just died once yesterday. Military officers with the villagers. They perished like that. The same Boko Haram that they are budgeting 11 billion for 2 years for in Borno State, they are still the same Boko Haram that carry out this act. The same Boko Haram that they told that if you repent, you will become a president of Nigeria. If you repent, you can become a politician. If you repent, you can become army. It is the same Boko Haram that are killing, and they are proud of it. No statement from the presidency, no statement from the government. The military are dying, no statement from CDS. The civilians, they don't even count them. Everybody, they die like chicken. How long will this thing continue like this? Let's tell ourselves the truth. This country will not continue like this. See, there is no political way to fight insecurity because the politicians are the ones sponsoring insecurity. Okay, what are they looking for? The Boko Haram people, what are they actually looking for? Boko Haram is just all about Islamization of Nigeria. Yes, Boko Haram is Islamization of Nigeria. Western education is prohibited. They said they want to implement the full Sharia in Nigeria. That is the purpose of Boko Haram. And all these terrorist organizations you are seeing in Nigeria, there are 9 terrorist organizations in Nigeria now. They are affiliated to Boko Haram. They have the same thing in mind. We still have Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP. They have one thing in common. They don't want Western life in Nigeria. They don't want Western education. They don't want people to dress like normal people. They just want you to dress the way they want to dress. They don't want you to drink anything alcohol. They want you to live the way they want you to live. And some people bought the idea and begin to sponsor them. A Boko Haram member was a commissioner of religious affairs in Borno State during the time of Andemodo Sheriff. Truth is bitter, but we have to say it. If you speak the truth, you will die. If you did not speak the truth, you will die. In fact, I was blaming Tinubu for always traveling. All these things are enough for a president to run. The man, I don't know, the man is just confused. Tinubu is confused. He's tired. But he don't want people to understand because how can every day, Edo, Enugu, Ebonyi, Yobe, Zamfara, Benue, Plateau, come on, Kwara State is boiling. Kwara again is boiling. Everywhere. Any sensible human being who is a president of Nigeria must be tired about this. And he will be tired because he don't want to disobey the people that put him there. He don't want to disobey the powers that be. Because if you want to disobey the powers that be, it's a matter of fighting insecurity. But he told Aja Muhammad that if he fights insecurity, that they are going to kill him. This is a very bad situation. Now, as you can see from Shara reporters, there is that breaking over 60 residents, soldiers killed in Borno community in Bokóharam massacre. And Nigeria is quiet. Nigeria is just mute. Anyway, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Now, the article reads that at least 60 people, including residents and travelers, have been killed in a brutal attack by Boko Haram terrorists in the Bama local government area of Borno State. According to Yerwa Express News, The killings occurred around 9 p.m. on Friday when the insurgents stormed Daru Jama, a recently resettled community near Banki town, unleashing violence that lasted through the night. Eyewitness and security sources said the terrorists opened fire indiscriminately, targeting unsuspecting residents and travelers who were passing through the area. At least 59 civilians and 5 soldiers were killed, yet several others have gone missing, a local source told reporters. Among those confirmed dead were 7 drivers and 6 laborers from Bama town and Maiduguri who had been engaged in reconstruction efforts in the community. Nigeria happened to them. May Nigeria not happen to you? So, the community that Boko Haram, turned into desert before, maybe the state government now wanted to rebuild it and they hired constructors. They want to rebuild it so that the people could come back. And the Boko Haram said, this is our territory. This is not Nigeria. I told people that Nigeria have seceded. Nigeria have been divided into 2. Nigeria have been divided into 2. Terrorists rule one side. The so-called Nigeria government rule another side. Everybody that finds themselves in government, they are busy looting. They are busy securing the money they could use in their future because they know that there is no future in this country. That is why if they want to tie rules of standard rule, nobody thinks about future. How will this thing change? That is why I want you to wait till the end of this video. Let's talk about the only possible solution that I see. Now, the article continues, says, many displaced persons who had recently been relocated to Daru Jama from Government Science Secondary School IDP camp were also among the victims. The attack left behind widespread destruction, with more than 20 houses and 10 buses set ablaze by the terrorists. Families searching for their loved ones fear the death toll may rise as dozens remain unaccounted for. And that is just the truth. Anytime there is massacre like this, you see so many people will be missing. After 2 days, you will hear that they saw them in the bush and so on and so forth. May their soul rest in peace. Daru Jama tragedy marks a devastating setback for resettlement efforts in Bama. A decade ago, 10 years ago, listen, the local government area was one of the worst hit by Boko Haram, forcing residents to flee in one of the largest waves of displacement in the region's recent history. After years of military operation, the town was reclaimed and resettled. Resettlement began in 2016. Now, the latest massacre underscores the persistent insecurity that continues to threaten both the returnee communities and those traveling through the troubled Northeast corridor. The State Police Command is here to react to the development wide course put through the Public Relations Officer of the Borno Police Command, Dasu, Nahum Kenneth, failed to go through as of the time of finding this report. Well, the article continues, but let me stop the article here. This is very unfortunate. Now, let us talk the possible solution to all these things. Now, you can't talk solution without identifying the problem. Like I used to tell you, these terrorists, majority of them, they were imported by the APC government to remove Jonathan in 2015. And every now and then, they confess it on the national television, just like this one.
Let me first of all say that the idea of bringing people from outside the country to destabilize wasn't, I didn't say they brought people to destabilize. What I said was that the idea, they actually brought people into the country with the intention that those people will come and vote for them. I think you understand? And they never realized, they never knew, they were never convinced that they were going to win that election because PDP was very, very strong on ground. So the fear was that they were going to lose the election. So the only thing they could do was to bring in people who could serve as mercenaries to come and win elections for them through the back door. But when the new PDP came on board and joined them and to form the APC and won the election, they didn't know what to do with those people. And in the process, those people became uncontrollable. I mean, many people have spoken about that. You've mentioned a name now, although I hate to mention names. You've mentioned a name now. You've mentioned the El-Rufai. I mean, he talked about them.
So, after identifying the problem that politicians are the main terrorists, they sponsor it, they brought them into the country, what is the next step are we supposed to take? The next step we are supposed to take is to stop these politicians. How would you stop them? They have the system, they have the military, they have everything. You can't stop them through protest. You can't stop them through uprising. You can't stop them through election because they control everything. But you can stop them only when you are ready to die. Yeah. If everybody can prepare that, yes, we all are ready to die. We are tired of all these things. Once you choose death, you will see life. But as far as we continue to love our lives, many people will continue to die for nothing. Let me give you an example. You want to do an election. When they say you are ready to die, all those things they call rigging, all those things will not exist too. If you want them to amend the constitution, when they see that 1 million people are ready to die, that constitution, they will amend it too. If you want a referendum, when they say that 1 million people are ready to die, that referendum, they go give you the referendum. The problem is that we are too fearful to die. But the real people are dying. The real people are dying while we continue to fear death. That is the problem right now. The real people are dying while we continue to fear the same death. And of which, if we do not take action today, this death that you are still running from, God forbid, will also meet you. People who are dying like these 60 persons that died yesterday, they never dreamed that they are going to die. They went to work. But today they are unconscious. So who told you that such a thing can happen to you or whom you know? I know you will say God forbid, but those people who are dying are still, they are created by God. So if you are trying to say God forbid, means you are different. We are all humans. And, our reasoning should also have compassion and pity. These people will not stop. They will not be able to fight these insecurities. You can't fight what you are sponsoring. If the masses will get ready to die, if the masses will get ready to stop these people, they will say, now, people who imported the terrorists, who is charging them? Nobody. The terror financiers, who is charging them? Nobody. Nobody. No, when I mean nobody. You see, the activists we have in Nigeria, maybe all of them have issues that they are trying to hide because they don't talk against all these things. The activists we have in Nigeria, they don't talk against all this, but everybody's trying in their way. This is all I have to say about this. Tinubu is tired. I don't think what he's seeing that he expected it. But as usual, Nigeria is just a kingdom of other, species, not a kingdom of humans. This is all I have to say. Let me know what you think in the comment section.